Okay, I think we should be coming online now. Awesome. Okay. First time streaming on Mixer here, so I was a little worried that things weren't working properly. I didn't see the stream pop up over there for a second. But everything seems to be working now, so that is awesome. Just hanging out down here in my little dirt hut because I wanted to go AFK for a second. And is that chat gonna work right there? Don't mind me while I just figure out my first time streaming setup. I mean, I've streamed before on YouTube, but I've still got to figure out all the ins and outs of doing it on here. And I'm gonna go stock up on steak before we get started on anything. If I remember where I put my steak. Good, still have plenty. Okay, awesome. And then I have a whole bunch of crap in my inventory I was going to do something with. Let's go ahead and smelt that. Why do I have sand in there? Okay. I'll figure this out. I guess I was smelting some glass. Okay, so we're gonna go work on the aquarium today, and read the DM on Discord. 1 second here. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can change the game to Minecraft. Settings. Am I standing out in the middle of nowhere? No, I'm in my house. Okay, I'm safe. That's good. Oh, thanks for the host. That's very nice. All right. Let's see. Okay, we'll change that just to Minecraft, and I guess that'll get us more viewers. Minecraft, just the Minecraft. Save. Okay. Now we can actually do stuff. Now we can actually do some things. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, why did... Hang on. When I go back, I have Minecraft in full screen here, and then I go back to play Minecraft, and then it kind of glitches out my chat box because I have the pop-out chat on, and I don't know, it's weird. I'll just have to figure out how to get that to work properly, or maybe just play in windowed mode. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I was just putting stuff in the furnaces, that's right, before I do anything. I was actually doing some strip mining. I actually built a little strip mine. I don't even know what direction it's in from here. I know I can get to it from the Nether hub. But yeah, I was doing a little bit of strip mining and gathering some more resources because, I mean, I'm not really that low on resources, but I wanted more, so that's just what I did. Leave that to smelt, put that in there. I don't even know how many blaze rods it takes to do that. And let's get rid of those because I don't want any wood in my inventory. I'm not really using any of that anywhere anytime soon. All right. Now I think we can head over and actually do the stuff we're planning on doing. And we do need stone. I'll smelt that later. I'll do that later. Although we could probably use that shulker box over where where we are working. That would probably be pretty helpful. And yeah, since the last video I posted, I made a little bit of progress off camera on our aquarium over here. Cactus Puppy is on. I think he might be AFK, so don't really have a chance to sleep. And I did see some of the phantoms spawning when I was back over that way, so I gotta watch out for those. Because there's not really any safe place to hide from phantoms, because they can just spawn in wherever the heck they want. It's not like any other mob where it has to be, you know, dark in a specific area. They could spawn in the middle of our brightly lit up spawn over here and come and attack me. Yeah, me too. That's why I was kind of suggesting that we do the plugins to let a percentage of players sleep, so that way when someone's AFK, you can go ahead and sleep, even though, you know, you might have some players who can't sleep or who are, you know, not going to respond when you ask them. That sound is, oh, for a second I thought you said the sound is horrible, like my sound, like my audio, and I was like, wait, did I do something wrong here? Does my voice sound that ugly? I mean, okay. At some point, I think maybe I want to do some kind of nicer path out here too. And maybe demolish Poet's game here and put it somewhere else. Because I feel like we could do a... Why, thank you. I feel like we could do a nice road out to the aquarium, and obviously the torch and horse over here. And of course we also have the tunnel that leads to Poet's base coming out this way. Thanks for the follow, Volest. Audio is good, by the way. That's good to hear. I figure it should probably be the same as it is when I do recording, so it shouldn't be any different. Oh, hi, Talon. And yeah, so what I want to do is eventually build out a bit of a path out here. And I kind of want to... Ooh, there's dolphins out there. I kind of want to turn this whole area out here into grass because I don't really like the look of the desert. I just feel like... I don't know. I don't like deserts. They're just kind of plain and sandy, and I don't like sand. And I just kind of want to turn it into a kind of a grassy area and just make a nice little path from spawn out to here. And I'm kind of planning on doing that over by my Jedi Enclave over there as well. So let's see. We can go ahead and plop this down here. And over in the aquarium area, what I've been working on, I think these staircases are temporary. I haven't quite decided yet. I might have the thing go down a little bit this way. But most of the aquarium, the main level of the aquarium, is going to be kind of up about this level, or maybe even a little bit higher. This is just kind of a little bit lower, and then there'll be a basement underneath and all that kind of stuff. I like to start taking deserts and replacing all the sand with the grass path. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there was more grassy area around spawn, because when I was looking for a place to build the aquarium here, I really wanted to build it in something other than a desert. I just don't like the look of a desert. So, but I wanted to build it by spawn because I figure that's where most people are and that's where it will get the most traffic. So I figure I'll just take on the task of turning this whole desert into a grasslands. Maybe not the whole desert, maybe just parts of it. So let's go ahead and grab up some building materials so we can actually do something rather than just wander around and talking about things. And let's see, I'm just taking a mix of different kind of blocks. Why do I have cracked stone bricks? I didn't think I was using those for something. I don't even remember taking those out of my regular chest over at my base. I don't know. And I guess it's thunderstorming right now. So I gotta finish up the wall over here. I do apologize because these building segments aren't going to be the most exciting here. So hopefully we can find something interesting to talk about in the meantime. Because usually this is the kind of stuff that I kind of leave to do off camera for videos. Because I do find it kind of boring, but I figure since we have... Oh, hello, Lightning. Since we do have a live stream here, we have people to talk to and all that kind of stuff. It should make it a little more bearable. So one other thing I kind of put in over here is I put a bit of a viewing area for the dolphins right here, and there are still no dolphins in there. I finished out the pool, by the way. I hadn't dug that out last time I recorded, and this whole hallway here is pretty much temporary. I might keep the type of blocks I use down here, but I'm going to expand this out a little bit. And one thing I really want to do with this aquarium is put little tidbits about different sorts of... Yep, I'm building sort of based off of the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. It's a little based off of it, but it's like the general shape of it kind of came from that. But then other than that, I'm kind of going in my own direction here. But yeah, kind of what I want to do is include little informative bits about each of the animals I have here. So this area over here, I'd have like some kind of books and signs and that kind of stuff that would give you facts about dolphins, for example. And, you know, I'd do one for each of the different types of fish because I feel like that'd make it look more authentic and it'd make it almost like, you know, visiting an actual aquarium where you actually learn something. But yeah, it should be pretty interesting. I'm still not happy with these stands here. I'm probably going to change these at some point. I could put minecarts in here because I know you can turn minecarts. You can kind of leave them sitting in one place. I don't know if they still make noise when you kind of just have them sitting in one place. But if I did that, then that would be somewhere you could actually sit rather than just kind of standing here and just kind of looking awkward, you know, and all that. And where'd my helmet go, by the way? That's weird. I could have sworn I had a helmet. All right. So let's see here. So one thing we want to do aside from building up these walls, you might as well go ahead and work on these walls here. But one thing we want to do is figure out exactly where the staircase is going to be, because like I said just a few minutes ago, the main level of the aquarium is going to be raised quite a bit, so I do need to have a staircase. It's going to be a diagonal staircase, going to be right about here. I got to figure out how tall I want that to be, and the exact placement of that over here, because yeah, that's kind of place iron doors and iron trapdoors around the minecart. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is doing like iron trapdoors and all that kind of stuff. The only reason I kind of did it the way I did it right there is because I was trying to still follow my my design based off of the shed aquarium, in which there aren't actual seats. It's more just like stands, and they're kind of like stone, concrete, granite kind of stands. But I could veer off that. I mean, there's not really as much room as there would be in the real life shed aquarium. So I wouldn't, and we're not going to have a full stadium full of people coming to view the dolphin show, in which the dolphins don't actually do any kind of showing. They just kind of swim around and such. But I imagine we could do something and make actual... is there somebody over there? That's a zombie. Or that's a husk. I figure we could do something and have actual chairs, seats, that kind of thing, because we won't really need to, you know, have that many seats available. I really can't imagine us having that many people wanting to sit around in this area at one time. Although we have been having a lot more people on the server right now than we have in the past. All right, so that's that wall done, and then we need a floor. So I think what we're gonna do is we are gonna take out these stairs right here, and I think in the actual shed aquarium, in fact, I'm trying to remember. I think in the actual shed aquarium there aren't entrances that go back to the rest of the aquarium from here. I think the entrance back to the rest of the aquarium from here would be up here. There's kind of like a gift shop right in this area up here. Oh, hi, Tort. Thanks for the host. There is a gift shop right up here, and then the entrance to get back to the rest of the aquarium is like around this way. But I think we're going to have the entrances down here, and we could potentially even have another entrance up top. And yeah, this is where me just going off in my own direction is kind of coming from. So if we kind of build out the floor here, and then we will start on the stairs, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in, because I don't like that that's just a 1 block wide gap. So yeah, and then we are gonna, the stairs will probably start, we need a little bit of space before we start the staircase, so there's a little bit of just a little bit of extra room there. And then we hop up here, and then the stairs will go diagonal up this way, and I think we need a little bit more floor space before we start on that. At some point here, I probably want to go ahead and gather up some more stone, because I'm getting a little low on it. I did do some strip mining, but I'm probably going to do a lot more strip mining, because while, of course, that does get me diamonds and all that good stuff, it's also going to get me more stone, which is, you know, kind of what I really need at this point. And I think I've kind of already... We had some community chests that are over by the nether portal over there, from a couple of former members' builds that we tore down, and I did kind of grab some stuff from there, but I don't want to raid it too much. I'd rather leave that for the new members, our community leaders who have joined the server. I'd rather leave that available for them to pull from, since I'm already kind of all set up with all my stuff, because I've been in the server for, gee, has it been a whole year now? It's been over a year, I think. All right, so we're gonna need to make some kind of like triangle or something right here. And then we're gonna have to measure this out and actually make sure we do it the same way on the other side too. Okay, so I think we are gonna actually start the staircase right here. And please tell me I remember to bring stairs. Okay, so this goes out by 3. So we probably want to do the same thing over on this side too, just to make things symmetrical. I like having things be symmetrical. That's the other reason I'm not doing this exact same kind of layout as the actual shed aquarium, is because it's not symmetrical, because you could go back into the aquarium through like this entrance, and I think there's like a 40 theater or something over on this side, but I'm not planning on building that at all, so I figure I can just completely leave that out. And hey, hello. I had a feeling this would happen. Okay, well, we're gonna have to take a quick break to kill these guys off, if I can aim at them properly. I would sleep, but yeah, Cactus Puppy's still on, and I don't think he's around because I said hi to him and he didn't say hi back. So either he's rude or he's AFK. I will assume the latter there. Also, these guys drop something that I don't actually know what it does, so at some point I'll have to figure that out. I don't know if it's useful at all or it's just kind of a random junk item that's not really going to help me anyway. Like rotten flesh. Rotten flesh isn't really good for anything. It's not good for eating. It's not good. You can't use it in any recipes. I really think they should add a rotten flesh block so we could at least, you know, store them in a better manner, but, you know, that hasn't happened yet. And it is turning daylight, so at the very least we won't have any more phantoms for, about 10 minutes here. Okie dokie. So, if we go ahead and finish the floor over here, do this, and then I think we need to fill in these little gaps here, and then we'll do a diagonal staircase, which hopefully turns out looking at least somewhat okay. Just heard some noise in the background. I think it's the cat, probably. Surprised the cat hasn't come in here and tried to mess with my recording setup yet, because he has a tendency to do that. Alrighty, so we'll see how this looks, and if I don't like it, I'll just tear it down and do it all over again, because that's basically just about my building style. Wait, what? Hang on, wait, hey, wait. Didn't it just turn daytime? Or was it... Oh, wait, it was already daytime. It was already daytime, but it was a thunderstorm, so that's why these guys spawned the first time. I was just wondering, like, where did these guys come from? Is it turning night again already? But no, oh, hello. We got a zombie over here, too. We might not get much done right now, because we're gonna keep getting attacked by things here. But yeah, I had thought that we were just getting to daytime, but I guess we were just getting to the end of the thunderstorm, and now it is just becoming nighttime, so we're probably gonna have to deal with quite a few of these things. So sometime soon, I gotta find time to get on the server when nobody else is on and sleep. Do I have hostile sounds off? I probably do, because I was out at the Enderman farm. In fact, I think I might have been there in my most recent video. So I turned them off for being at the Enderman farm. I could probably turn them back on, I guess. In fact, that would probably help because I'd be able to hear things coming. And just don't mind me being a terrible shot. I should probably wait till they actually fly at me to shoot at them. Looked like there was a dark spot there. I did my best to light up the whole area around here to try and get stuff to stop from spawning, but obviously that doesn't help against these guys. And we still get stuff spawning out this way. I haven't really gone through and really lit up everything, which I should probably do at some point, because otherwise I'm going to have some creepers wandering in. And we just got more of them spawning. Holy cow. Seriously? We might have to find a different build project, maybe? Because we can't really do this. We can't do this at night with these guys hanging around. Alright, I'm gonna go hang out down here for a little bit. Well, I'm gonna try to see if Cactus Puppy is here. I'm guessing he's probably not. Yeah, I would guess not. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna hang around and kill these things. So, well, at least there's plenty of action this episode, or this stream here. Where'd that guy go? Oh, he's up there. Oh, look at that. It's raining, too. Didn't the thunderstorm just end and now it's raining? You could start by getting some more armor. I guess oh, my pants broke, too. That's wonderful. Yeah, I guess I could use better armor. I gotta go check and see if the Enderman farm is running any better ever since we, did some server changes, because I feel like maybe it wasn't running so well, in part because of the memory issues we were having with 1.3 and such. So yeah, I guess we could go do that for a little bit. All right. Well, it's not the most exciting thing to do. The other thing we could do is go caving, although I've already just gathered up a whole bunch of resources from strip mining. Hi, Onside Agenda 78. But yeah, I'm not really in need of... I actually gathered up, I think, a whole stack of diamonds. No, that doesn't work. I tried it, actually. If you have to actually sleep through the night for these guys to not spawn. We could also just wait for daytime, but, I mean, I'm not sure what else I could... I guess I could go dig out the area that I was going to use for the... Oh, this is PC. I could go dig out the area that I was going to use for the informative kind of section for the dolphins. Because I don't think they can get all the way down there. Yep, it's PC. Okay. So we gotta figure out about how big we want this to be. Okie dokie. And probably need a higher ceiling here too. Oh, and then we're gonna expose ourselves to the phantoms by opening up this area. While I was working on digging out the pool area, I had a whole bunch of random crap coming in through here. But yeah, I think we probably want to do kind of a almost half... Yeah, see, I knew they'd be able to get in here. At least I can kind of get at them if I use the right weapon here. Yeah, then they get stuck. Then I can kill them. Okay, maybe this actually works. This actually works pretty well. Okay. Phantom farm. Yeah, if I knew what the phantom membrane was used for, I'm not even sure what it's used for, so I don't know why I'd need to farm it. I feel like I hear a zombie somewhere. Also, I feel like this would be, if you wanted to turn this into an actual farm, it'd be incredibly inefficient. You can repair elytras with it. Oh. This farm would be incredibly inefficient because you'd have to wait for them to spawn, and then you'd have to wait for them to fly down here, and, I mean, I've gotten a couple here. I mean, that's with looting 3, too. Although a couple of the kills I got were with my bow, so I guess those don't really count. Okay, so kind of a circular kind of looking thing here. Usually when I do circles in Minecraft, I look up some kind of like Minecraft circle generator kind of thing. Just so I make sure I get the circle completely right, because otherwise I tend to screw it up if I just do it myself. But this is a small enough half circle that I don't think it really matters. I think that'll probably do. And at some point I do want to fill in these walls with something different, because just stone brick is not going to look too nice. And one thing I'm thinking for the outside, the exterior, is using hardened clay. It's not called hardened clay anymore, is it? It's called terracotta, isn't it? I keep forgetting about that. Use terracotta and make designs of the wall. Maybe make like little fish or something. I think that could be pretty neat. That way we don't have just flat stone brick walls, and it just ends up looking like a castle rather than an aquarium. Okie dokie, so let's put the floor down, and it should be getting to be daytime pretty soon here, I would think. At which point we can go back to outside and continue on what we were doing before we got rudely interrupted. Okay, and then we also need a ceiling on that. Do I see hints of daylight up there? Maybe not. I'm not even sure which direction it should be coming from. The sun rises in the east. Facing east. Oh, so it's going to rise from that direction. Okay, so I don't see anything then. Never mind. So for ceiling, do we want to do the same thing we have in there? What do we have for the ceiling in here? Yeah, so we probably want to take these blocks out. That won't destroy anything, will it? Oh, that's my floor up there. Okay, that's lovely. Let's put those back. I think that's where they're supposed to be. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, and then we just need to fill in those gaps up there, maybe. We'll go around the other side, even though that means we'll probably get attacked by phantoms again. It's just turning daylight now, so they're probably going to give us a last-minute spawn here. just to annoy me even further. Okay, so that's that area kind of done-ish. We'll have to go in, and at some point I'm going to look up some dolphin facts and find something interesting to put down there. I wonder if there's anything I could put in an item frame or a painting or something that would look nice down there. Because it's going to look kind of plain if I just have a couple of books or signs or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out there. So let's go ahead and finish up this staircase here. Or at least figure out where we want it to go. Because once we figure out how far up this staircase goes, then we can figure out how to place the rest of the floor, and we can do the entrance, and then we're gonna probably have to build up the ground all around here. And that's right, husks don't burn in daylight. Another reason I don't like deserts. Okay. Do I like this? I think we might want to make the staircase a little longer, actually. So we pull this out, and then kind of give each step a little extra space. And that way it feels like more of like a majestic kind of long staircase kind of thing. Yeah, okay. So we got one space here, and then we got one space there. Okay, make sure it all lines up. Thanks for the follow, my Dixie Rec GG. It's an interesting name. All right, so this, I mean, it's gonna come in. Maybe we just want to do half slabs for the stairs. I think that might look better. I think that might look a bit better. I think that's what we're gonna do. I feel like the stairs just look a little too steep for what I was trying to go for here. Okay, so we'll do half slabs. And kind of do one of these numbers. Okay. That doesn't look right to me. What did I do wrong here? Something looks a little off. This needs to come out one more, that's why. So we put that right there. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead. I said I was going to do it. Let's go ahead and turn those hostile creatures back on so we can actually hear them. Nothing around here to test it out on at the moment. Okay, so that should look about right. And then what we want to do, fill that in like that. And then we just got to make sure we copy this exactly over on the other side there. Still not sure how much I like that. Not quite sure. What if I did that? Yeah, I think it's just because these little pieces out here are jutting out, and I want to change that up. Okay, so let's do that. Oopsie. Okay, so that looks fine. I think we need more half slabs over here. Yes, I think. Maybe one more over here. Do we have one more over there? Not quite. Okay. Fill that in. Okay, now we got a nice wide staircase here. And then we want to at least get to this level that the end of the stands are up there. So make sure we fill in, oopsie. Make sure we have all that filled in. And then we want to do another layer of these. And it is fine if the staircase ends up narrowing at the top. Hi, Tort. I think that'll look fine that way. And then it's lopsided. Why am I going lopsided over here? I think we just need to extend it out over here. I think that's what we need to do. Yeah, that's it. That'll do it. Okay, and then we want our half slabs up around that. Yeah, this is the aquarium. The Enclave is the building over there. I'm assuming you know which building is which. I think maybe you just saw me working with stone brick and thought that this was the Enclave or something. Okie dokie. Actually, let's go ahead and knock these out. Or maybe not. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, then we need to go up probably one more layer, and then we'll call it good up there. Because these are half slabs, so if we go up one more layer, that'll be full blocks. Yeah, just building it, free-flowing building. That's just kind of how I do things. I never build things in creative beforehand. I tend to just kind of build it and figure it out as I go. And I think we do actually want to plop that in like that. And then this will connect all the way over to the staircase on the other side. And then it'll just kind of open up into the rest of the aquarium over here. I just don't want to waste time building something once and then build it again. I mean, I know creative, you don't have to gather all the resources and such, but I just feel like I'm wasting my time doing that. I don't want to build things twice, even though I end up building something and tearing it down over and over again. Okay, I think that's acceptable. Although we might, I wonder if we fill this in. Yeah, see, I've tried to build things in creative, and then I'm like, well, I want to see how this actually looks with everything, and I don't know. Yeah. I just would rather just, build it here. I mean, I've got, efficiency 5 on my pickaxe. If I place a block, and I want to move it later, it's not like it takes that long to break it. It probably takes about as long to break it as it does when you're playing in creative and you just punch things and break them. Okay, so now we want to fill in the floor on the other side over here. And I thought that floating block was another phantom for a second. And I was like, oh crap, seriously? It is actually daytime this time. I know it's daytime. It looks like daytime. Yeah, flying is nice, I suppose. I guess I've just gotten used to building scaffoldings and all that kind of stuff to get around. Oh, that's right. Now on the other side here, I filled this little gap in because there's nothing really you can put in there. And I probably should have measured out exactly how much of this floor I built over here. I'll just kind of build it out and then go measure in a second, because I'm just building on top of it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can use an elytra to fly, but it's not quite the same thing because it's not nearly as precise. In fact, that's probably why I don't even use my elytra at all, because it doesn't really have a good practical use. Because if I want to get around, I'm just going to use the nether. And if I want to get up to the top of my build, I'd rather just, build up there with temporary blocks like dirt or leaves or something. So it's kind of like, well, what does the elytra do that I can't do faster with something else? So that's why my elytra kind of just sits in my ender chest and doesn't really do anything. Oh yeah, that would be nice. Or at the very least, if you could do a potion that just lets you float for a few seconds, maybe. Kind of like what happens when a shulker hits you, and you just kind of float up. It wouldn't be the same as being able to control the flight, but I think it could be kind of interesting if that was a thing. Or I guess maybe not that, because then you brew a whole potion and it only give you a couple seconds of an effect. Maybe more like if it gave you the creative flight for just a little while there. Let's plop a staircase down here so I can get back up. Okay, so now we just need to figure out... I'm still trying to decide, do I want to put something right here? Yeah, like 30 seconds, and then maybe you can extend it to a minute if you use redstone, or you can make it, I don't know, I guess you can make it more powerful and float up faster, but only for 15 seconds. It could be interesting. I feel like there are some potions in the game that I actually don't know anything about. Okay, so these are half slabs, so we got 3 out, and then we go diagonal until we get to the wall. So let's go ahead and do that. I could actually count them, but that would make things too easy. High full savage 2108. Okay, and then that goes diagonal. That goes like that. Fill in the gaps. Okay, we should have the exact same staircase here that we have over on the other side. I mean, there's a lot of things that we kind of assume that it's coming, but it never does. For example, when we got the new stone types, the diorite and the granite and all that kind of stuff, I seriously thought they were gonna add in slabs and stairs for those stone types, because they were kind of almost advertised as the new type of stone, and they come out with them and they were just plain blocks, and you can't do a whole lot with them. They're kind of limited, and I really just wish we're building an aquarium. I really wish we could do. I really wish we could have stairs and slabs for those block types. And honestly, I wish we could have stairs and slabs for just about every block type. It'd make it so much easier just to build things. And I understand maybe some things, limit and not have stairs. I can understand not having diamond stairs. That's fine. I don't really care. But I really wish we could have, some alternate types for, at least those new stone types there. Okay, so there's a gap right there. Okay, so we're doing it right so far. One of the worst things about building this way is a lot of times I'll build something and then I'll look at it later and go, oh crap, I just built this giant project and everything's off by one block on one side. Well, crap. Okay, so this should be a pretty simple matter from here. What did I do over here? This would have just been a half slab, right? I think so. And then we'll go check this in a second, make sure it matches up with the other side. Yeah, like the formerly hardened clay, now it's terracotta. It would be so nice to have stairs of that. Am I doing this right? I think I'm doing this right. And then this comes up one more block. I can't do it while I'm standing there, of course. Apple pie. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I don't know. I guess there are a lot of food items right now, and I mostly just wish there was more building options. Like, there's so many blocks, I'm thinking, man, this would look so nice over here, but I don't have stair options, so I don't want to use it. I don't know. I feel like we do have a lot of food, though. And, I mean, it would be nice if we had more food that had different effects. Does pumpkin pie have an effect? I can't quite remember. It would be nice if we had food items that had different effects. Obviously, the food we have is just for feeding you, but it would be nice to have some kind of food that, I don't know, it gives you the same effect as like a speed potion. Maybe you can make like a Red Bull or something like that. Obviously, not a Red Bull, just as an example. It would be pretty interesting if we could have some kind of food items that are almost alternatives to potions, but maybe not as strong. And I don't think we have any of those right now. Beet soup, yeah, they have beet soup. How do you make beet soup? I don't even know how you make beet soup. Obviously with beets, but where do you get beets from? They added that in the update to the end, didn't they? Did you get beets in the end? Do beets grow in the end? Is that where they come from? No. Okay. Well, I'm wrong. Village. Oh, so they're just another random village crop. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just another random vegetable for no real reason. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we'll connect this. So yeah, we will have kind of a pathway if you go up over top of the stands here. I kind of like doing that. I like having multiple ways to get somewhere. And hello, there's the phantoms again. So get ready for another 10 minutes of fighting phantoms and firing my arrows madly into the air. Can you eat them raw? I'm not sure. No, that's fine. I mean, I don't think I was really talking about anything at the moment, so I would rather go off on a random tangent about something than just keep going on about, oh, I'm going to place this block here. Does this line up? Oh, that gets a little old, me just saying that kind of stuff over and over again. And then at some point, I'll probably go ahead and fix up the floor here, because I don't want it to stay just plain stone brick, because that's a little boring. So we'll be finishing this out with some other kind of material at some point. Mostly just putting down the stone brick here is almost like placeholder. Placeholder E. It's not really like a placeholder. Is that the donkey from Shrek? Yeah, it can be if you want it to be. So this will be a wall right here. And then we'll also have a wall on the other side. I like to have my hallways be at least a little bit wider than just too wide. Yeah, I know what it is. I was just messing around. Where's my ender pearls? Why do I not have ender pearls on me? I should have some up here. I keep getting them from the ender farm, and then usually I just throw out most of them, and then I just kind of throw a couple in a chest somewhere. Yeah, turning it into maybe building like a Shrek next to it would be a funny prank, I think. Although I think, isn't the fact that it's a mule or a donkey already a prank? Wasn't it originally a horse? Alright, now we're gonna hang around and fight these guys for a couple minutes. Oh, and look at that, we got Husk coming too. Honestly, at this point, it's been a donkey for so long, or it's been a mule for so long. I mean, you might as well just keep it. Oh, hello. Oh, you brought me some pants. Thanks. Wait, did you bring me those boots too? Because I already have boots. Or those might have been a random drop from a zombie. What's on these things? Protection. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Thanks. Did you see the husk set itself on fire on purpose? No, I saw the husk. I didn't set myself on fire on purpose. Oh, hello. So yeah, one thing I really want to get done, since we have these stairs up now, and set myself on fire again. Since we have these stairs done, now I can actually, one thing I've been waiting to do until I finished up the stairs there was actually do the upper level up here. So now I can actually start laying that out, and that's nice. Maybe I should go back to hiding down here. Let these things come to me and get trapped. Yeah, do you not wear armor most of the time? I feel like you don't. I would, but I'm always worried about something sneaking up on me and surprising me, so I feel like I always have to have some armor on. As much as I like to be able to see my character skin and such. And see, I don't even have feather falling boots, because I think I had some other boots that broke actually, and I replaced them with these. Well, I think when this thing was voted on, I don't think it was quite decided exactly its mechanics and how it would work. I think mostly what we had was just like a picture of what it would look like and what the other mobs would look at like. But to be fair, I don't really know because I wasn't paying that much attention to Minecraft news at the time. No, sorry, this is a private server, so you cannot join at this time. All right, well, let's see if two of us can take out this thing. It looks like we can, so that's good. Okay, so what were we in the middle of doing before we started getting distracted by phantoms here? We were just up here, and we were just building up the floor, I think. So I think we just want to lay out... yeah, I don't even know what the other options were. Talking about beets. Well, we were talking about beets a little while ago. In fact, we were asking if we can eat beets. So I wonder if I can go find some beets. I don't think I have any, because I didn't really know anything about them. What's the point of the phantoms? The same thing as any other enemy. I mean, they just come and attack you and bother you. I mean, what's the point of zombies? I mean, it's just the same kind of thing. They're just something that, just another mob to attack you, and I just walked right into a cactus there. You'll learn to ignore me sooner or later. No, that's fine. That's fine. They remind you to sleep, but that's not so helpful when you have a server full of people AFKing. And you can't sleep. I'm gonna toss that away just because I like having a clean inventory. And then we're gonna see if I can raid. Just laying in bed works? Are you sure? Because I thought I had done that before and it didn't really work. Well, I mean, I can try that. Gotta kill these guys off first, but I'll try just laying in bed and see what happens. But I'm pretty sure I tried that before and it didn't help. Okay, is that all of them? I don't see any more around here. Let's try just laying in a bed. Wait till it gets all the way dark. Okay. Now we'll see if they keep spawning. Although we have other people on the server, so if there's somebody else near me at the time... yeah, there's somebody... Hi... Solaru? Is that how you say that? Yeah, there's somebody else near us. They could still spawn because it's Spacey's around and hasn't slept. But we will test that theory. We'll also go test if we can eat beets. Or at least eat them raw. We'll go see if we can raid somebody's chest and find them somewhere. Okay, so beets are a recent addition. So any members who are inactive wouldn't have any. Yeah, I mean, because the whole server would have already been generated out when they got added, I would think. But I'll check some of these chests real quick, and I might check and see if I have any at home. No, that's animal and mobs drops. Miscellaneous. 1.9 doesn't sound recent. It's recent to me. It's recent to me. It feels recent to me because I've been playing Minecraft for a very long time. So this world was just after 1.12. Oh, okay. So I guess maybe there should be beats somewhere around. I don't know. I get mixed up about which update came when and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, for me, like 1.9, I still think of like beta 1.9. I still think that's like semi-recent, even though it's probably been who knows how long since then. Go in the alley between this and Fape's house and go in the trapdoor down by the skeleton farm? Do we know there's beets down there? Oh. But should I really eat that? I think it's kind of important, isn't it? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I gotta make myself hungry first, though. Just gotta jump in place a few times. Any second now. Usually my hunger runs out a lot faster. I feel like it's running out constantly when I'm you know, constantly eating my steak and stuff. But then when I want it to run out, it's not gonna run out. Okay, come on. Come on, get hungry. Get hungry. There we go. Okay, so you can eat it. Okay, and I guess you're right. I don't have to actually fully eat it, but you can eat these. And now the other... Oh, wait. Hang on. Didn't I just take that? Is there another one? What? Is that Spacey messing with me? Did he go and name a new beat and then put it down there when I wasn't looking? Because that seems like an awful lot of effort. And that would actually take more than just a couple seconds. I guess I could take it down again and see if it comes back. Okay, so now I have 2 of these. I definitely have 2 of these. Did we discover some kind of item duplication bug, or... or what? Okay, well, let's walk away for a bit. Okay, these phantoms are definitely spawning on me, I think. Unless Spacey's right over here. I think these guys are spawning on me, so... that tells me that you do have to actually sleep. You do have to actually sleep all the way for them to spawn, and I feel like it must have been Spacey because he's whistling. I'll go back down there and check on it. It just seems like it'd take longer than a couple of seconds to go name one of these, make sure you had the right name because they did have the exact same name, and then come back here all while I wasn't looking. I don't know. We're just gonna leave it at that. I guess I'll keep this as a souvenir. Was there something else we were trying to test out here? I don't think there was. I think that's all we were trying to figure out. Oh, okay. They're ads for a shop. So there might have been somewhere sitting around somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, there's some really talented builders on here. Or in some cases there were. I mean, I think any of the builds in Spawn are members who are still technically on the server, although some of them don't really play Minecraft anymore. I mean, we could go ahead and tour around Spawn a little bit here real quick, because I'm not going to be streaming too much longer. My wife just texted me and said she's on her way home, and once she gets home, we're gonna have dinner. So these 5 o'clock streams are probably gonna be usually about an hour, kind of depending on when I get home from work and all that kind of stuff. So this is Spawn. This is the hourglass statue that Tort built. What seed? Does it show it in the F3s? If it's there, it's there. I don't think seeds show up. I don't actually know the seed off the top of my head. But if you do a search, because I know I've used this seed before for something else. I know if you do a search for a seed for whatever version this was generated in, a seed that had all the biomes in it, within like 2,000 blocks or something like that, you might be able to find it. It's probably posted on the Minecraft forums or something like that. But yeah, I don't know the seed off my top of my head, unfortunately. But yeah, around Spawn here, that would be Tort's house. There's an Elytra shop over here that has Elytras that are kind of cheated in because we don't really have a way to get new Elytras right now. So yeah, we have an Elytra shop for that. Since we have a world border and you can't really go out too far in the end, and all the end cities are rated, so you can't really get new Elytras. So we have a shop where the Elytras are kind of cheated in, and you can buy them for 10 diamond blocks, so they're pretty expensive. What looks like a McDonald's. Yeah, that's a JFC, I guess, although I thought JFC was somewhere else. I guess it's another JFC. It used to be a pizza shop. And yeah, it does look a little out of place, because originally there used to be a restriction on building where everything was supposed to be kind of Roman architecture themed, and everything was kind of meant to be in a certain color palette as well. This was before I joined the server, but yeah, it used to be that everything had to kind of fit in together, and then this kind of popped up over here. And this is just a fried chicken shop with JFC, which stands for Jake's Fried Chicken, by the way. And there's also another JFC over here, which is just fish and chips, and also a fireworks store. Yeah, and then we gave up on the theme. And then this building is something related to Jake and Poet. I don't remember exactly what it is. Pet Me. That's what it is. It's Pet Me, which is some kind of PETA type thing. This one over here, this building is the Spawn portal. Nice little building here, and it's got all sorts of, getting started kind of stuff for new players on the server and all that. You have your ender chest, you have furnaces, you have all sorts of materials that anybody can come and take. And of course another portal which leads to the nether, obviously. And then the actual nether hub on the inside isn't quite finished, so we won't show that off right now. And then this house is April's, I think. I think this one's April's. That one's Mara's. This one is this one's new. This is DMZ. DMZ is one of our community leaders who just joined and has already built this nice looking house, as well as it's all done in survival, as well as a house. I've been told that's somewhere over by my house over here, and we'll head over to my actual house over here in a second. And I've been thinking that Mara's tower here could really use a top hat, maybe out of obsidian. Oh wait, Mara's in the chat right now. I probably shouldn't have said that. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna come up with a different prank idea then. Okay, so this would be the Beats shop that is under new management. I don't know who's currently managing it. Let's see, and this is some kind of building. I'm not sure whose building this is. It looks like the floor is not finished. It looks like mostly just a storage shack. Make it out of glass and put in random colored wool. I think I'd rather, if I'm gonna make a top hat, I would rather make it out of obsidian, just so it's a pain in the butt to clean up. One of the previous servers I was on, there was one guy who had a villager head on his house, and we put a witch hat on it, and it was all made out of obsidian. This is someone's house, some British fellow. I'm not sure exactly whose house this is. Yeah, I'm still like the newest official TimeShot member on the server, so there's a lot of things I probably don't know. Dave, okay. I had my suspicions, but I wasn't quite sure. I suppose there is a giant Dave out in the backyard, so I should have assumed. There's a Coliseum out there that's not finished and will probably remain unfinished until the end of time. Yeah, I do remember that. I still owe you a payback prank at some point. I know it's like, what, 4 years late at this point? I think we kind of shown off a lot of the buildings. So let's go ahead and show off my own house before we end off the stream, which we'll probably do in a couple minutes here. But I figure since we're doing a tour, we might as well show the thing that I built. So what I built out here is I built a Jedi Enclave. I don't know if anybody here has played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, but this is kind of mildly based off of that, and you'll have to mind the exterior, which isn't quite finished. This is all a little plain out here. You need to, yeah. I've been thinking about doing a series on it or streaming it or something, but the problem is it's so hard to do. Trying to get it to work in widescreen and trying to record the because the cutscenes are done in, like, I think BIC videos, which don't record very well, and they change resolutions, and it's difficult to get it to record properly because I've been meaning to record it for years now. It was one of the games that when I first started doing YouTube, I had set out to do at one point, and I never got to it. But yeah, this is kind of the courtyard here. There's a temporary dirt shack, which is where I live before I finish things up. There's actually a fan remaster in progress right now. I don't know if that's ever going to get finished or if it's going to get seized and desisted. I don't really like the look of it so far because it doesn't really look much like Star Wars. It looks nice enough, but they haven't really shown any gameplay yet. It's mostly just, environments and stuff, and it seems like they're way over their heads. So I don't know if that's ever going to go anywhere. Yeah, basically. But yeah, this is the entrance. There's two entrances. We got a lot of vines overgrowing the temple here. It's kind of the vines are meant to kind of represent the temple the way it looks in the second game, in which it has vines kind of growing all over it. It looks very natural. There's a tree in the center. I've meant to put more trees around the outside of the enclave, but haven't quite gotten to that yet. Down this hallway, this is where I veer off from kind of basing it off of the Jedi Enclave in the game. I kind of went my own way. There's supposed to be a dormitory over here. I never really filled in the rest of the beds, and there's nothing else in here. Some point I'll put something else in here. Maybe I'll put a bathroom in here. Who knows? There's never bathrooms in video games, I feel like, especially like sci-fi games. Like, I don't know. It's not really needed, but oh well. This is my storage room. One of the first things I always build when I'm starting out is a storage room to kind of sort through things and get everything in the right place. And yeah, I would have used... I used to always use item frames for storage rooms just to make it easier to see where everything is. But item frames tend to cause a lot of lag, and I feel like there's probably some item frames already around spawn. And I've got a couple here already, so I don't want to overdo it. This way over here, this layout is more based on the Enclave from the actual game. There's a bit of a training room over here. Since I don't have any actual lightsabers in Minecraft, we kind of made do with swords and bows. And I kind of meant to get a resource pack that adds in lightsabers replacing swords and like blaster rifles replacing bows and such. But I never really got to doing that. And now we're kind of moving over to doing a non-Star Wars build, so I don't really feel the need to do that. This is the council chamber. I haven't finished this at all yet. There should be like chairs along the edge. There will probably be trees in here. I think that's how we're going to do it. And then it's open air. In the first game, it's not open air. There's actually like a kind of like a thing that comes down from the ceiling. But in the second game, it's all open. So I kind of like the open design better. All right, well, we're just about hitting 6 o'clock here, so I'm sure my wife will be home any second. So yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream off there. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for following. And yeah, we'll probably do another stream tomorrow, actually. I can't guarantee I'll do these every day, obviously, but 5 o'clock is usually a good time, as long as I get out of work on time. And they'll go about an hour, and I might do streams other times. If I do streams other times, they can go longer than an hour, but for these 5 o'clock streams, they'll probably be just about an hour, and tomorrow will probably be Minecraft again, but at some point we'll mix some other games in there. But yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time.